Okay, so hello lovelies and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, then I'm so sorry that this is the welcoming that you've just been given, because I have literally just only opened my eyes and started eating Jolly Ranchers, hence the blue tongue. But today I am going to be doing a get ready for me birthday edition in lockdown because coronavirus is still happening. But I have woke up in such a good mood today because me and a very good friend Pippa is planning something so big for next year, and I cannot wait for everyone to see it. So yeah, very big things, and I cannot wait to tell everyone. But it's a long process. It's going to be roughly like a solid year before it gets going, but very excited and I cannot wait for everyone to see it. I will leave Pippa's business account down below in case any of you want to go down and support your girl. But yeah, I'm going to jump in the shower right now, sort this absolute mess out and attempt to glow myself up, and you guys are going to watch me. So okay, so now as you can probably see, I have been in the shower, everything's been done, and now I am sat at my dressing table, which is an absolute state, ready to do my makeup. And honestly, you know when you just have those days and you're just like, oh my god, I hate the way I look today? That's literally my day. So hoping and praying my makeup goes the way that I want it to go. I normally get questions on my Instagram about what skincare that I use, because I used to have really bad acne, and I have a few spots like here and there now, but you can't see any of my like acne scars or anything. I got rid of my acne through the Neutrogena pink grapefruit face wash. I use that every morning with some exfoliating gloves and pretty much just wash my face with that, and then after that I use this, which is from La Roche-Posay. Okay, so I'm now just going to go through and straighten my hair. I just use the Remington straighteners. I have no idea the name of them. Okay, so now that my hair has been straightened and I look a little bit more presentable, I thought that I would show you some of the makeup palettes that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to be using the Morphe 24A Artist Pass palette, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm also going to be using the Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro palette, which gets used in every single makeup look of mine and is very much loved. And then I'm also going to be using the Morphe x James Charles Unleash Your Inner Artist palette, which I don't actually use that much anymore, but it is an amazing start if you're just starting out makeup. I did ask on my Instagram for some questions that I can't answer whilst I do my makeup, and I have gotten a load of questions in, so I'm going to be answering them whilst I do my makeup. But the first question is, what's your favourite eyeshadow palette? Now my favourite eyeshadow palette is, of course, Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro palette, because it is literally amazing. You can use it for everything. I use shade 2 and I use the P. Louise Rumour base. Just get a little bit of my hand and carve away those brows. This is a P. Louise one. I just use a really small thin concealer brush to carve through. So you want to make sure that you are patting the product in instead of, you know, like brushing it around. You need to make sure that you're patting it in, because that is what will give you that flawless finish. And I carry this halfway into my nose, and then after I've brung this out, I just bring it up, just to kind of give us the availability if I want to blow my eye look out. So once that I have done that, I then take a fluffy, this is absolutely filthy, but I then take a fluffy concealer brush and just pat that through everywhere that I have applied the base. Just pushing that into the skin. Okay, so now that you've gotten your base like this and sort of patting it down, you then want to take a small bullet brush in the shade In Lust by Be Perfect and Stacey Marie, and you just kind of want to map out where your crease is. Make sure that you're pushing this in so it gets as much pigment as possible. That I'll be going for. You don't really need it to look too neat, but make sure that when you look straight you can still see it a little bit over your crease, because you don't want this colour to completely be gone when you then cut the crease. So now taking no more product on the brush, just kind of do little light-handed circular motions around the outside just so that you've got no harsh lines. So now that you've got more of a blown out shape with no harsh lines, you want to go in with another small bullet brush, and I'm going in with the shade Funky and Boy Bye mixed together, and again doing the same blends as what we did before with a really light hand. Now we do look really crazy at the minute, but you just trust the process. Now we're going back in again and doing those small light-handed circular motions. Also, do not worry if it goes into your brow, because we're going to do them last anyways. Now I like to bring mine all the way down and up just for the shape of my eye, just makes it a lot more easier. Now going in with a more fluffier brush, we're going in with Foolish from the Be Perfect palette and Pinkity Drinkity from the James Charles palette, and just blending these more out. Now we're going to do more of a reverse blend, so we are going to take this little bullet brush back again and go back in with Funky and Boy Bye again, and we're going to go back through and blend that again just so that we can pick up any colour that we've lost on the way of blending. So I have zoomed this in just so that you can see kind of what I'm working with. So I'm going to go back in with In Lust again and go back in that cut crease. So then I've just went in with, it was a clean brush, and just sort of blended everything through again. It is coming up on camera as if it's not as blended as it is in the mirror, so just bear that in mind. This is what you should be looking like right now, something along this lines. We are just going to try and trust the process here and see how it turns out. So now taking a really thin brush, I use this for Vaseline only, hence it's got colour, and we're just going to take some Vaseline and get quite a bit of that on the brush, and then you're just going to stamp out where you want your crease to be. to take a bulleted cotton tip and just apply some makeup remover on there, and then we're just going to go back in and wipe away where we've put Vaseline, and this is what creates that sharp cut crease. Now that your crease has been made, you just want to take a really thin brush. I'm using the Acid Rain yellow brush and blank canvas, and now we're just going to cut the crease. You really want to stamp this on and then pull down rather than glide it, because it'll just end up running your colour. So now that this is still wet and tacky, I'm going to go with just this thin brush, and now I'm going to go in with shade Private Oasis from the Morphe 24A palette. And then going in with the same brush, I'm just going to use the pigment Print from Peaches and Cream, and again I'm just going to really pack that all over. Now I'm going to go in with the pigment Moonlight from, again, Peaches and Cream, and I'm just going to place that all over as well, just to kind of tone down that white. Making sure to put less product on this side of your crease, just because then we want to blend that pink back in. So going back in with this bullet brush and the shade In Lust, we just kind of want to pack this all in. Going more in a diagonal shape. So now that I'm looking like this, I'm going to leave this side for now and then go and do my other eye off of camera. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my base. I'm going to use the Superstay Maybelline 24 Hour Foundation. I use shade 10 Ivory, which is one shade darker than my skin tone, just because it comes out a lot nicer and cleaner on pictures. So I use one shade darker, and I'm going to use this thick stippling brush. This is absolutely filthy at the minute, but it's my favourite brush to use. I want to really press this into your skin. Don't rub around these circles, you really want to press it in so that you can get that flawless finish. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and do concealing. Now I'm going to use the Revolution foundation stick, and I use it in shade F4, and I just apply it anywhere you normally would. And then I go back in with our concealer brush and blend that all out. Making sure that you're pushing in the product into your skin, just so then you still get that flawless base. Then I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and just push around where I've concealed, just for where we've washed out any places. So now we're just going to take our contour. I use cream contour. I usually use the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, but I'm run out of that at the minute, so I'm using LA Girl Velvet Bronze Stick. With contour you want to go more up rather than along, just so it looks more realistic. And then taking a fluffy brush, and I've just sprayed it with setting spray and then wait for it to dry off a little bit. So once it's then a little bit dry, you just want to blend that all in. With your cheekbone contour you really want to brush up rather than brush in circles. You really want to brush up in an angle, Forehead, you really want to push it into your hairline, and with your jawline you need to push in rather than around again. I am really not a fan of this cream contour stick, it is awful. So now for the nose contour, I then use a more smaller, fluffier brush, and I again just wet it off and wait for it to dry. And you want to just push it in and down, just so that it goes with the shadows of your face. It's time for baking. I use the RCMA translucent powder, and I just pour it into a little pot and use it from there with a big fluffy brush. I like to apply a lot of powder just because I like to really brighten up my under eye. So these are the places where I like to bake, just because throughout the day I do get really oily around this area specifically. I take whatever's left on my brush and just mattify around my mouth area, which I've already did, and then I wait 1 to 2 minutes before I wipe them off. So now that it's time for bronzing, I'm just going to go in with this Lottie London bronzer and this thick and fat brush, and this bronzer is so pigmented, but we're just going to put it in the same place as the contour. So now I'm going to do blush, and I use the Max Factor blush in the shade Lovely Pink, and this has got a really nice gold undertone, and I just used a fluffy angled brush, and I like so much blush. So now we're moving on to highlight. I'm going to use the Doll Beauty highlighter in shade Like a Diamond, which is literally the most beautiful highlight ever. Now I've seen the Carla Louise girls do this, and I have literally loved it since trying it, but instead of spraying my brush, I spray the actual pan, and the highlight comes out way more vibrant. So I'm just going to spray the pan, then use this oval fluffy brush. So instead of putting the highlight all the way up, I like to just do it in the apples of my cheeks and then blend it around, just so it doesn't look too cakey. Just been and applied some Be Perfect Bad Llama mascara to my top eyelashes, and then I'm going to quickly apply my eyelashes off camera, but I'm going to be using the TL Mitchell times Tatty Lashes in the style TL Mitchell 2. I always get questions about these eyelashes, so that's what eyelashes I use. The Tatty Lashes eyelash glue as well. Can we just appreciate what a lash actually does, because that difference is amazing. Okay, so I did get some questions over on my Instagram asking on tips how to apply lashes, things like that, so I thought that I would just chuck them in this video. So this is just an old lash which I've used once before, but if you just wiggle your lash back and forth so that it gets comfortable being like moved about, so then it can fit to your eye shape, and then depending on which glue you use, if you use the dual glue, I know that that doesn't have a wand on, but the glue which I use has a wand on. So if you apply a thin layer of glue on your lash line, then it should just stick straight on to your lash line where you've applied the glue. If you don't, however, have a wand with your eyelash glue, if you apply a little bit extra onto the band of your eyelash, and then just before it gets tacky, stamp it into the place where you want your eyelash, so then it's already on your lid, and then apply as normal once it gets tacky, and it should stick perfectly fine. So now that my top lashes are done, I'm just going to take a thin brush with Carla Louise Acid Rain Nitro, and I'm just going to apply this into my bottom water lash line, just so that my eyes pop that little bit extra. So I've just applied some bottom lash mascara, and whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to use some Pears soap and some setting spray again, and you just spray that into the soap and get a spoolie, rub it into the soap and brush through your eyebrows. To finish off the look, you just want to get that Endless shade again and put it in the outer corner bottom lash. Then you want to go back in with the Funky eyeshadow shade and blend that into the last one. Then you just want to grab your pigment brush again and blend that in also. Then now that is done, just going to go in with the Dior Lip Maximizer lip gloss. So then I'm just going to go in with the brand La Roche-Posay, I think you pronounce it. And this, it's not actually a setting spray, but I just like to apply it to my makeup at the end. And this is the finished look. Please, if anyone does recreate this, which probably won't, but if you do, if you wouldn't mind tagging me in the comments or in the description, I would love to see anyone recreate this look. And this is my Get Ready With Me birthday edition. I still have so many questions left just because I simply forgot that I even was doing questions, so I'm just going to quickly answer them through now. Do you have any pet peeves? I have so many pet peeves. A few of the top ones would definitely be to do with social media, when people DM you and ask for you to do follow for follow, you follow them, they unfollow you. Like, it's so frustrating when people follow to unfollow, not realising that you can actually see. But tell me something about you that nobody knows. Now, I would like to say that I'm quite open with my followers, so I don't actually think that there's anything too interesting about me that other people don't know. Tips on mental health, anxiety and that kind of stuff. Now, the emojis which you've put with this, I'm hoping that you aren't going through anything like this, and if you are, please send me a DM because I would love to try and help. But I am going to be doing a video on this because I have getting so many messages, questions about this, and so many people since seeing my mental health post on Instagram. If you haven't already seen that, I will leave the link down below. But since that, so many people have asked me to do a video upon it. So tips on mental health and anxiety will be included. Maybe in the next video, I might do that for the next video. But please, if you are suffering, please DM me or reach out to anyone that you can trust. What do you do about a toxic boyfriend? Now, if you're aware that he's toxic and you've realised it now, please leave him, because it will only ever get worse. Whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, anything, you need to leave that, because honestly you'll be so much more happier once you're away from that toxicity and negativity. I hate when people try and say, oh, they're your family, they're your boyfriend, doesn't matter what relation, they need to be cut out of your life if they are toxic. I know that when you're in the moment of a toxic relationship or friendship, whatever, that you might feel that you can't leave it and staying in it is the only option, but honestly, you can get out of it. You will be stronger on the other side, and there is so much more happiness on the other side. where do you see yourself within the next 5 years? Now, if you've made it this far and actually seen the rest of this video, you may remember me saying at the beginning that me and a good friend Pippa are planning something that will be happening within the next year to 18 months-ish. So that is a little secret that I'm hoping within the next 5 years. I do like to see myself growing on the YouTube platform and Instagram platform, and anyone who knows me knows that a charity or community centre of some sort dedicated to mental health is something which I've been planning for about 2 years now. Unfortunately, I cannot put it in place until I'm 18, but it is something which I have been planning and wanted to do for so long, just as a place for people to go to, ring up, speak to, whatever, when they are in need or aren't feeling the best. So that is hopefully something that I've got going within the next 5 years. I hope to have travelled a lot of places, just keep growing, being me and being happy and healthy. If you could be in a job profession, what would it be and why? So I am already in the makeup industry and like social media, so of course this is something that I want to do. But if there was another job profession which I would want to do, it would definitely be within the law side of things. Like, I really wanted to be a lawyer at one point, so I would still want to be part of that or be in the support system, support worker. Okay, so that is the end of today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and the look that I did. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below any future videos you would like to see from myself, and hit that subscribe button. It would be very much appreciated. Also, just want to say thank you for all the love that I've received off my past 2 videos. So that's just a big thank you to everyone still supporting me, and I'll see you next time.